Hello and welcome to the Little Red Hen Bakery. We are a small family bakery that specializes in custom orders for those who want fresh baked goods that remind them of something their grandma used to make. We use the job costing method to keep track of each order's cost. The job costing method allows us to track costs associated with each order and to set prices for each type of baked good. We start with an order form identifying the customer and what they would like us to bake. We then complete a requisition form to identify the basic and potential specialty ingredients and the quantity of each needed. We keep an inventory of basic baking ingredients on hand. We consider flour, sugar, yeast, butter, shortening, and eggs to be our direct materials, or raw materials. Pardon the pun. Spices, flavorings, and such are considered indirect materials because of the small quantities needed in each recipe. We use a raw materials subsidiary ledger to keep track of our inventory and associated costs. Our accountant uses the requisition forms to update inventory usage. This also allows us to identify when it's time to order more ingredients. We keep a job costing record to track costs of each order. Here you can see the section of the requisition form for the raw materials or ingredients needed for the order. Direct labor costs and information for the order are tracked in this section of the form. Allocated overhead costs are tracked in this section. Our overhead costs are allocated based on direct labor hours. At the bottom of the form is a summary of the total costs associated with the order. All of our baked goods are made to order, so we only carry a true finished goods inventory during the holidays when we bake up extra batches of customer favorites. It is also rare that orders are still in progress by the end of each week. Our accountant has set up our job order costing system to show goods flowing through both work-in-process inventory and finished goods inventory so that we can be sure that all costs are flowing properly through the system, and we can then easily see the rare instances of orders still in progress at the end of a week or when we have finished goods inventory. After completing our budget estimates, we compute our overhead allocation rate based on the number of estimated direct labor hours for the year. Every 2 weeks, our accountant reviews purchases received and requisitions submitted so that the necessary journal entries can be made to adjust our raw materials inventory. Purchases received are added and requisitions are subtracted to give us the new raw materials balance. The requisitions that were subtracted from raw materials inventory are added to the work-in-process inventory. Direct labor costs, wages for our bakers, are added to the work-in-process inventory when payroll is processed. Overhead costs such as utilities and rent are allocated to the work-in-process inventory based on our predetermined allocation rate. Completed orders are subtracted from work-in-process inventory and added to the finished goods inventory. When a sale is complete, finished goods inventory is reduced and cost of goods sold is debited. Sales are posted to our revenue account and cash is debited. Our accountant makes these entries every 2 weeks during our slow times. and weekly during our busier times, which are around the holidays. At the end of the year, any unallocated overhead costs are moved into cost of goods sold. If only all employees would be satisfied with brown sugar lumps and crumbles instead of a paycheck. Our goal is happy and satisfied customers. A special thank you to my young bakers, Abraham, Lucy, and Emery, and to my camera crew, Catherine. Your help has been wonderful.